Let's go. Hi.
Hello. Hello. I just did my whole intro because I thought we were live and we were not. But let me do it again now. Hi, I'm Psychaotic. With me, co-casting and on the cams, doing all sorts of cool things, is Newton. And we are here on Echo Arena VRML 1 to cover some super cool matches this evening. To kick us off, we've got Echoholics taking on Battery. I mean, Newton, I think you are the man most qualified to tell us about the Echoholics.
The Echoholics are a bunch of adults. They play the game. Their knees are not good. Kids try to wreck them. But, it's a thing. They play. No, they're a fantastic team. Fun group of people. Really, seriously, the best people on this planet. Smooth riding, behind the Annex Fade and the land that just happened. Fantastic guy. I just saw Kara, Skinny, Smooth, Spoon, everybody out there on this whole team at the land, other than Doc, who has been under the weather. But they're a great set of people, and I love hanging out with them, and I love casting them. I used to be one of them, maybe a little biased, but we'll try not to be biased. We'll be good. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. And then the other side, Battery. I know Ducky. He's on cooldown right now, so we won't see him tonight. But other than him, I really don't know these names very well. They are actually in the moment 3-0 on the season, so they're doing something right. So no complaints there. They're definitely seeing the light and doing things correctly. What do you think?
Well, I mean, they're not only just 3-0. Give me 10 seconds to pull up their record, but when I was looking through it earlier, I mean, those matches were won quite handily so far. Yeah, 36-6 against the Atlanta Aliens, 38-33, so pretty close against Rapid. And I'm totally remembering wrong, so the only blowout was the Atlanta Aliens. But still, Battery absolutely going to come to play this evening, so, the Echoholics are not safe. As much as we love them, they got to watch out. And it looks like, yes, we do, in fact, have both teams readied up. We are ready to get into this match. I'm super excited. This is the first time I'm seeing the Echoholics play since the LAN, so it's brought a whole new meaning to these casts because I know what these people are doing now and what they look like in their headsets, waving their arms around. And to start us out right, we've got a timeout.
Yep, just money in the bank from day one here. So yeah, it do be like that sometimes, but it's not a big deal. I do see a little glitchy thing here, so let me see if I can chase that down. Don't know why they paused. I mean, everybody in the arena, everything looks good, but just not the people flying into it like they would normally be. So that's a bit of a curiosity. The disc is in the right place. Yeah.
Do you see who took the timeout?
The timeout was it does not register on the UI, maybe because we didn't get in there far enough. Let's see what the event log says. Blue team paused it. So Duck, DUKK dash paused the game. And we will not know why, because we cannot hear them. They are mutes. Comms are muted and we don't listen to them. So, we're a little bit in the dark. It's fine. They'll come back.
Yeah, it does look like Biggie might be out of headset for a moment. No idea why, but yeah, ping has spiked and he's all the way dropped now. So he just needed a quick reset before we get into this.
Maybe Mom was calling him saying, hey, dinner's ready. Maybe not. I don't know.
I remember back in season 3 that happened to me at one point. It wasn't my mom, but it was my roommate. I was in the middle of playing a VRML match. She knocks on my door. I guess I didn't hear her because I'm in headset screaming up a storm. And she opens my door, and I'm like, I don't know what I said, but apparently she said I just started yelling in game, but she felt like it was at her. And then she was like, I made mac and cheese, and I lift my headset like, what?
She probably thought you were saying, get the heck out of here. What do you think you're doing? You're gonna get hit.
So Sarah, if you're watching, my dear, that mac and cheese was really good.
Delicious.
Thank you.
Thank you for serving. Echoholics are sporting a new color scheme, looks like, for season 6. They have gone with the amazing fuchsia. They are one of those teams who does pride themselves on setting the unis properly, and anytime you see them out in the wild, they have a set of they're silly like this. They have a competition set, like a uniform, and then they have an actual pubs uniform. So they will be often seen out in the wild, pubbing and thrashing around out there in the wild world of Echo in the arena. So look out for them, because sometimes they're out there.
Well, that's because Bracara keeps them in check.
She does.
She's making sure everybody is in line.
Home and away.
Bracara runs that team. Make no mistake.
Those guys may think they're in charge, that they're the boss, and Captain Spoon might think he's got control of things. Nah, Nah, it's all Kara. We know. And seriously,
man,
if you ever meet Kara, like we got to this weekend, she is the most lovable creature ever, and just so
really is.
sweet. But she is the polar opposite of what she is in the arena. She is
Yeah.
aggressive and mean, and will kick your butt if you don't pay attention. And you got to watch your back. But in real life, just as sweet as they come, just as nice as they get.
Yeah, she is a total sweetheart. Let's see, how far into this timeout are we as the Echoholics are playing rock, paper, scissors in their locker room? Love that. But let's see, how far into this timeout are we? About 3.5 minutes. So, since we are at the beginning of the season and we've already gotten about 20 tickets about timeout rules, I'm going to do that thing where I tell you the timeout rules. And hopefully, one day, we'll reduce the number of timeout tickets we get. But until that day, I will keep doing this. So, if you have to take a timeout while the clock is running, and, spoiler alert, once you hit the ready up button, clock is running. Doesn't matter if the joust doors have opened. You get 1 5-minute timeout. It doesn't matter if it's for tech issues, somebody needs to get water, go to the bathroom, you get 1 5-minute timeout. If you have to make a substitution for ping-related reasons, then and only then does it go up to 15 minutes. Any other time, it's 5 minutes. And see, this is what you're supposed to do. As we're approaching this 5-minute mark, Spoon's probably going over there to check out, is this a 5-minute or a 15-minute? Because once that other team hits that time limit, you're free to unpause, because it then becomes an illegal timeout. So, yeah.
This is the beauty of having a heavy-duty moderator on your casting crew. Because normally, me and Luke would sit around and go, we're not mods, but we kind of know the rules, and this is what the rules say. But don't listen to us. So, yeah, listen to Psychaotic. She knows how it goes because, the tickets get handled.
Yeah. I've been league subbing off and on for a couple seasons now, and it's been pretty entertaining to, be in there. And the other team will take a timeout, and I'll look at my teammates and go, we can unpause this, and they look at me like, what you can unpause?
No way.
That's crazy.
How do you do this? How does this become a thing? I'm pulling back here looking for Spoon to come back here and just tap that button and say, let's go. And here he is right here, and he went right by it. Dang. They're unpausing. So it looks like they do have all 4 of the blue team back in the arena. The batteries are all charged and everybody is locked in their place. Their covers are snapped and placed firmly. Fasten your seatbelts. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and the arena is live.
All right, looks like that first touch will go to Battery as Duck sends that one into the bubble, where it will be recovered by Promise. Promise driving in, the goalie is stunned, and he'll make quick work of that one to start Battery off right with the 2-pointer.
Yep, that first possession is ever so crucial because oftentimes it'll set the tone for the game, but we will see if this is the tone or if it was just the lucky first moment. So we'll see. Chew rolling this one out and throwing it left to Sir Captain Spoon, getting the relay down to Smooth Riding. Smooth Riding looking at the bubble and seeing a pass across and being challenged at the moment. Does choose to flip it back, but it misses its destination. It does come back into possession of the Echoholics. Echoholics then turn it over briefly, and Eddie has thrown it deep into the other side. It is now a chase and a race down to the other side as everybody forms into the orange bubble. Promise taking it at the shoulder. Great pass across to Eddie and pulling in that second 2 points of the round. Just a minute off the clock, and Battery has it up by 4.
Salty, I will call you out on mic. Shush your face.
Salty raccoon.
I've been spawn camping the League Subs channel, snapping up everything. But it's
Have you
fine.
really?
All right. Yeah.
Good, somebody should.
Today. All right, here come the Echoholics. That pass is going to go to Smooth Riding, making his way through the tunnel, now toward the Pac-Man. No pressure just yet. Now here comes Promise. He'll send this one back to Ab2 at the bow tie. AB2 taking this one down low, working his way in. Going to take the 3 on the goalie with an 18. Who's in Chew's headset right now?
Jeez. Chew seeing the aggressive life and loving it. He just didn't care there was a goalie there. Did the goalie get tapped? I don't know. The goalie was not even challenged. They were not out. He just shot low with confidence. The player was cutting across. 2 players. I don't care. I'm going to shoot. AB Chew. That's my name. Next pass coming out, and it just makes it through to Eddie's hands on the first pass. He's bringing it back into Duck's hands. Duck passes it back over to the right side. Biggie taking a look at it and getting a nice pass over to the top. Gets a attempted cut pass over to Promise out of Promise's hands, but the intended target is not in the proper place. It's now loose disc. Everybody's chasing it. It does come back in the hands of the blue squad, and they do immediately turn it over. Smooth ride and getting a hand on that and getting it clear all the way to their side. The boosts are really coming in fast from Battery. Looks like they have studied their techniques. It looks like the Echoholics are running a back stack, at least, and the front stack is broken at the moment. They are just trying to chase the disc down, and they do manage to claim it. Spoon with the disc now. He's going to move forward. The boost just shot through the other side. Didn't quite get the clear, but he does get the take back and interception, and we are bouncing toward the goal. Almost there. Bouncing around. Not quite. Maybe. Oh, turn over to blue.
Oh, that was real close, but look, not for long as Smooth Riding tries to do his best AB2 impression, but the goalie will deny him that time. Eddie clearing this one all the way through now, where it's picked up by Biggie. Biggie, no pressure just yet. Here comes Kara. We'll cross this one over back to Promise. Promise driving in, and a 19-meter-a-second shot from 5 out will go in for another 2 for Battery here.
That is a hot shot. I mean, 19's coming in these days. I mean, they're usually on the hands of the CV1 users. The Quest users do not get them very frequently. So making those mechanics work for him. So now the Echoholics disc, though. We see what they do with this. AB2 rolling out with the QB. He gets a right crossover to Sir Captain Spoon. Looks like a right relay happening here. Berkera just misses that one ever so slightly, just beyond her hands. She is a little bit short, though. No offense, sweetie. But this disc comes bouncing back in off the back line as Sir Captain Spoon moving forward with it, gets a pass over to Chew. Chew moving it back forward to Spoon. Spoon dancing around, gets the Dusty, gets the shot, making it look easy, but it's all in the Spoon technique. It's good to be Spoon sometimes.
Salty Raccoon in chat redeeming the hydrate, telling us to drink, slurp, or sip even. I will just calmly take a drink if it's all the same to you. But here, thank you, Newton Dad, for that one.
You're welcome.
It is going to be Duck as the QB. Quick pass over to Eddie, but Kara is already on him. She's looking to cross this one over to Sir Captain Spoon. A little low, but it does connect off the bounce. Spoon under some pressure, fires this one into the bubble, but just a smidge off. Now bouncing back into the hands of Spoon. Complicated self-pass. Passing it back in, looking for Smooth Riding. Smooth on the wall, working his way in. One more cut to Kara, but oh my, what a save there from Biggie to keep it out of the Battery goal, but they are not done yet. Here comes Smooth Riding once again. Smooth going down low to Chew, but it is just a little bit behind him, where it is picked up by Duck and cleared away.
Yep, cleared into the mid, and it does make it all the way through. Doesn't manage to find any Geo. Duck's chasing after it. Does have it, but he has Smooth Riding there to give him a little bit of what have it, and gets the disc free. The disc does get reclaimed by the blue side. Promise pushes it in. Promise gets under the challenge there, and I'm sorry, Duck gets challenged there in the bubble. And a couple of shots come in. Biggie's the last one to take a shot at it, but doesn't quite make it in there. Duck is going to reset. As Battery takes another look at this one, they're getting pressured heavily by Sir Captain Spoon. The aggressive defense always played by the Echoholics. They do not sit back. They will get in your face, and it does pay off yet again as a turnover happens. Chew pushes it through. It is Spoon who's just overshoots it ever so slightly. Smooth Riding right behind him. Dings it off the shot, just ever so close to the ring there, but it does hit the ring. The pass comes right back in, though. Smooth Riding with a little floater there, but it doesn't find anything. He maybe lost the handle on that one as the clear comes through from Duck.
It is a good clear, but Sir Captain Spoon is home first to keep it out of the bubble. Slap toward the midfield where it's recovered by Promise. Promise now looking to send this one to shoulder. Looking good, but they're going to go with the behind the back shot off the shoulder. Goalie wasn't ready for it. Wasn't on, so now it is going to be cleared away through to the Battery zone. Picked up by Chew.
Shot.
Open lane, and that's what they needed. There we go. Echoholics will get on top 8-6.
That's the thing about the Echoholics. Everybody on this squad will shoot. When they have the opportunity to shoot a 3, they will shoot a 3, especially if the lane's open, and the lane was wide open. Echoholics caught the Battery squad just in transition and beat them handily to the other end. Battery taking it over. Duck looking like he's going to get a little floater across there to left tunnel. Gets it through just barely. It is Eddie's shot. Eddie had a lane, but he didn't have the accuracy, so it didn't make it in. Chews back home in the goal now, so the Echoholics set up their defense. The aggressive defense is going to push them for sure. Spoon will not stand still for this. He will push. The pass comes across. It is Biggie's. Biggie now floating around the ceiling, uncontested for a moment as the defense sets up again. It is Promise on the left-hand side. Gets the shot across to to Duck. Duck gets that cut and throws it in. It's now an even game. 3 minutes to go. So we have a heater on our hands, and who knows where this one's going to go.
Yeah, I'm seeing some awesome movement here from Battery. Sometimes the recipients are holding onto it a little bit too long, trying to find that perfect option. But once they, when they do get it off, it's perfect almost every single time. But here comes Abchu now for the side of Echoholics, tied up at 8. Quick pass over to Spoon in the tunnel. Spoon walking this one forward, now across over to Smooth Riding, who takes it down low to the floor. Smooth working his way in, backs it out ever so slightly to Sir Captain Spoon. Spoon feeding this one in. Maybe he heard the call that the goalie was stunned, but the goalie was coming out of the stun and is able to make the save. Sending this one downfield. Eddie with the lane, but it is intercepted by Sir Captain Spoon, who gets this one, well, to the mid, but not through because that's where Promise is. Promise now looking to send this one in, taking some awkward bounces toward the midfield where it will be picked up by him once again. Just a stealth pass. Good pass over now to Biggie. Biggie down low to Eddie, and Eddie will finish the job with a slam dunk for the 2.
Yeah, dunk meta, always a hard thing to fight against. The goalie really has, especially working front to back, as that one was. The pass came underneath, and then there's not a lot a goalie can do to kind of close that down, and close range is just so difficult to fight against. Batteries that clawed their way back into this thing. It is now 10-8. They had an early lead, then the Echoholics rallied quite a bit to come back. Captain Spoon called the break check on that one and gets the pass up and forward. It's Smooth Riding makes the move, evens the game up at 10-all. 17 meter per second shot from 4 out, so not far out, but a sure shot there, and it pays off nicely. Echoholics just keep this thing even Steven with the last 90 seconds to go. We could be looking down to last possession zone here.
We could. I thought for sure Smooth was going to hit that cut to Bracara, and I guess the defender did too. But hey, he makes it work, and this is now tied at 10. This could be another opportunity here. Where are the stacks? As that is going to bounce back into the hands of Duck. Duck now sending this one through the low mid, connects with Biggie, open lane. Oh no! It is just a little bit high, and it's going to bounce out of the bubble now into the hands of Sir Captain Spoon. Under some pressure, looks to send this one through. The quick handoff to Bracara. I'm not. You know what? They made it work. Now back into the hands of Spoon. Spoon sending this one all the way, but the stack gets home just before it goes through the mail slot. The pass up to Duck is good. Duck sending this one into the bubble, but the stack is already together for the Echoholics, so this will be another turnover.
Yeah, the turnover, the pass or clear out actually out of the zone doesn't quite make it, so it is Battery recalling it now and bringing it into the bubble. It is Eddie dancing around under pressure, waiting for his offensive team to move in, and nobody moved in. He passes it across and gets a lucky bounce that stays in possession for him. The slapper off the back, and that's a 2-pointer, and that will be the round. There's not going to be enough time as the clock comes out for the 10 versus, we're done here. It's not enough time.
Oh no, there's 4 seconds. It's not much. It's not much. It's not much at all. Well, let's see what happens. Chew, not much time, sends this one through where it connects with Smooth, but no, goalie is home, so that was not gonna go in. But good try there by the Echoholics, and good win here in this round from Battery. So, the quick rundown of what I saw. Battery, like I mentioned earlier, finding the good options, great at disc movement. The only place that they really, struggled, in my opinion, is holding on to it too long, right? I mean, we know, you especially know, you played on the Echoholics. Kara's a brawler, Sir Captain Spoon's not afraid to get into it, and you don't even want to mess with Smooth. So if you give the Echoholics the opportunity and the time to get on you before you get that pass off, you're gonna pay for it. Right. But you know what, that said, Battery's still doing a good job moving around in their bubble. On the side of the Echoholics, awesome stacks going on. And I mean, that is what you expect from a team that's been together for so many seasons at this point. The chemistry is always on lock. They've got some great stacks going on. I would assume some great communication because they're finding pass options quickly. But as you mentioned earlier, we don't listen to the comms. But yeah, that's what I saw. You take it away because my game just froze. I got to restart.
Frustrating thing is it was really close for both sides, so it really could have just gone any way, and it really did come down to possession. So Echoholics in the second round need to work on cleaning up their possessions, not turning over the disc when they have a good possession, and finishing the moves. They had a couple things turn around on them, and the first round is often just kind of the hey, hi, how are you, say hello kind of round, and it doesn't often, in some cases doesn't really mean anything. So we'll see if this one winds up in 3 or if Echoholics, just fold up on them. We'll see. The disc is in play, and we will got the action in the zone. It is now a free disc. I'm waiting for somebody to grab it, and nobody did. Everybody went right past it. Echoholics got a hand on it, smooth right and tossing it deep into the zone, but a lot of red names on there, so we were out brawling in the backfield. The disc does wind up, a little disco disc there is bouncing around, and it is the blue team that is moving it through. Battery does have it into the orange zone. Turnover there, though, so Captain Spoon looking to push it through into the other side, gets the happy bounce, but nobody following that one up just yet. So Promise is now going to take the pass over, and Duck moving it over to Duck. Duck getting challenged, but throws it deeper in, and there's Biggie waiting for it. He closes the door on that one, and it is now a 2-point lead, starting off this round on the side of Battery, just like they did last time, taking the early lead.
Yep, just like the first round. I mean, I think even the first round they took about a minute to score. So starting out pretty familiarly, but we will see if that continues as the Echoholics come out for their first Joust advantage. It's going to be Ab2 picking this one up. Quick pass over to Smooth riding in that far side tunnel. Smooth now working this one forward up into the popcorn area under some pressure from Duck, but does get it through to pass to Chew. Chew looking for Sir Captain Spoon, but he was already in motion. That's going to be a little bit off, and a turnover here for the side of Battery as Duck clears this one all the way through. Where are the stacks? Off the back wall, picked up here by Eddie. Eddie gets stunned, recovered by Promise. Promise looking to get through, and he does. Another set of points here for Battery.
Yeah, I keep trying to make that keep your promise thing, but that promise was kept, so there you go. The Battery coming out pretty much like the first round again. They started it last round with a 4-point lead, nothing answered, and it took them about a minute to do it last time. It took them 2 minutes to do it this time. Back in the hands of Echoholics, rolling out. Chew under no pressure yet, gets the first pass through into the other side. It is Spoon picking up on the bounce and moving forward. He does a high pass, low pass, so he chooses to go across, but the accuracy wasn't quite on that pass, so it does get picked up by Eddie and pushed back into the orange side. The stacks are there for Promise, and the lane is there for Promise. He dings it off the left side of the goal. A heartbreaker of a shot, but it has a nice follow-up there as he anchors up there on shoulder and puts it in for another 3 points. Echoholics going ice cold here in the beginning half of round 2. Going to be looking for some opportunities to get out of the gates here, and need to do it soon.
Yeah, absolutely. I was just about to say the same thing. We're about 2.5 minutes into this game, and Echoholics not looking as speedy as they were in the first round. Ooh. And if they want to send this to round 3, they've got to turn it around right here, right now. Another long 3 from Promise, 18 meters a second from 30 meters out. And dare I say, Battery's on a pace if Echoholics don't change something now.
Very true. Promise was celebrating that one for the second you saw it. The second he let it go, I got the camera behind him, and he bounced up and down. He saw that lane all the way in. It was in from the second he took, let go of it. So here we go. Echoholics now looking at, a little bit of trouble as the bounce happens into the trap area. Picked off and sent right back again. Eddie right into the bubble, bounce shot, in, and that's another 3 points. Echoholics need to be pressing that timeout button right now and say, hey guys, let's clean this up.
Yeah, you are absolutely right. The timeout needs to come here, but hey, it looks like they're going to go ahead and go for it anyway. They're coming out of the tubes for this Joust advantage. It's Chew, quick pass over to Sir Captain Spoon in the tunnel. Spoon under some pressure, fires this one low to Smooth, but oh no, just a little bit in front of him, picked up by Eddie. Eddie now trying to send this one through, but Chew on the back line with the read, gonna feed this one to Smooth. Smooth coming in, and there we go. That is what the Echoholics needed to get going in this round. And you got to start somewhere. It's only a 2, but it is a start.
Sometimes it only takes 1 to get you going. I mean, sometimes, that 1 will become 2, become 8, become 12, and you're all of a sudden back in this thing. They got lots and lots of time. So if Echoholics can take this offensive joust from Battery and turn it into something good, they can just keep marching. That disc does come back in the blue zone. The QB was stunned, and Duck does pick it up. He's looking at the pass, got the pass to Promise, and Promise throws it forward to Biggie. Biggie looking under a lot of pressure there, but gets the shot off in the upper right corner of the goal, and that is now 15-2. A very, very high hill to be climbing here for the Echoholics in the remaining part of this match, and it's looking at right up halfway there.
Yep, we are halfway there, and Battery finding themselves up by 13, not looking good right now. But Abchu sending this one back to Sir Captain Spoon. Spoon under some pressure, does get this one to Percara. Down low, across to Smooth. does not have the numbers, so he's waiting, trying to buy some time for those teammates to get into the bubble, but he pays for the hesitation as Battery forces the turnover, but not quite the clear just yet. Bouncing high above the popcorn into the hands of Biggie, but Smooth is right on him, forcing the stun. Not out yet. Duck gonna lose it too, where it's recovered by Abchu. Chu sending this one forward, looking for Brickera, but it's gonna take some awkward bounces out of the bubble into the hands of Promise. So Captain Spoon with the pickup, he loses it. Now Kara, now Promise once again, and Promise will finally get this one cleared all the way through.
Yeah, unfortunately for the Echoholics, that was a battle of just possession, and possession kept bouncing back and forth and not in their favor. It comes flying through. It does get reclaimed by the Echoholics, and they do have a man down. Ooh. Oh, what a beautiful save by Eddie, though. AB Chu didn't manage to get enough mustard on that one to get it all the way to make it a sandwich, so it comes right back at him. Kara taking the shot. Goalie stunned, and that was calling a friend for that one, because she got a little help, and that was a beautiful shot now. It's a 5-15, 10-point deficit for the Echoholics. They gotta climb the hill still, but they're getting a little bit of momentum.
Who was that? Was that Smooth following the goalie in like a bird dog to get that stun to open that up for Kara?
That was Chu.
Oh, was it Chu?
Yep.
Great work from Chu to open up that lane for Kara. And oh my goodness, will they do it again? Spoon with the lane. Oh no, just a little bit off, but he will get back to it. One cut in the bubble, now working his way in, passes it back out to Brickera, and Brickera feeds it through. There we go. It seems like the Echoholics have finally found some momentum.
Yep. And you know, that passing in the bubble thing that they do, when they do it, is quite a deadly set, because they do all kind of move and float and cut, and they've been not practicing, but they've been doing that since season 3, unbelievably, and really have refined that into an art. So when it gets moving, it is pretty hard to slow down. But speaking of slow down, Promise pushes this one all the way through on no slowdown whatsoever, as Battery just continues to march down. Oh my God, smooth ride and taking that one out of the air and bouncing it away from the goal. The shot is denied. Is passed up to Sir Captain Spoon and cleared all the way through.
Cleared all the way through, bouncing off that back wall into the hands of Promise. Promise gets the duck on Sir Captain Spoon, gets the pass off to Duck, but oh, the headbutt coming in from the Echoholics will keep it away from Promise. Sir Captain Spoon slapping this one through. It will connect with Brickera. She's stacked together with Smooth. Smooth might be there first. The lane is open for the 2 off the bounds. Great work by the Echoholics to get themselves back in this game. Now only down by 6.
Holy cow, what a rally. Take a look at this. We were down. We had a 10-point difference last time the Battery team scored. It was 5-15, and not long ago. And now we're looking at just a 4-point deficit for the Echoholics to get in this and tie this thing up. It is Battery's turn to handle the disc again. Promise holding back and trying to make moves around Kara. Gets around her this time and gets the disc through. His bounce is free though, as he really was pressured at the moment. Didn't have a pass. Echoholics did manage to put a hand on that and get it all the way through. As the Battery players just out of position there is Duck, as Sir Captain Spoon just marches that one right on in, and we're back to a 4-point game.
It's not over just yet, ladies and gentlemen. A minute and 45 to go. About a minute 30 by the time the clock winds down and the doors open. But still, only a 4-point deficit, which is nothing in this game. That is only 2 points. And with the momentum that Echoholics have right now, who knows? The dribble attempt is going to be, well, yeah, it looks good. Open lane here for Promise as Chu tries to force himself into it, but, oh, it's a bit above his head as that's going to go in. 18 meters a second from 7 meters out, and Battery will re-up their lead to 6.
Yeah, 6 is a little bit of a hard ask on a little bit more than a minute. You're going to have to execute absolutely flawlessly if you're the Echoholics. All Battery has to do is wind the clock out. So that's the strategies we're going to see, and that does not help the Echoholics cause at all. Possession time for Blue, especially possession time turning into almost points there, is not what the Echoholics need. They need to push through. They need to get the good throw through here, and if that went in, that was going to be a game setter there. And unfortunately, they're getting close to being out of mathematical time. They have to do something right here to stay in this game, and unfortunately the clock is just not on their side, and this one is going to wind up in the hands of Battery. Ace Squeaker, both rounds being super close. Last one won by 2 points. This one going to be won by 6 points or so, but the clock is just going to be the enemy of the Echoholics.
Yep, and that will do it. I do believe that is time because they're down by 6. That's a minimum of 2 3-pointers. But we're going for souvenir points now as Biggie sends this one up to Eddie. Eddie moving around on the shoulder, but Chu says, "Get out of my house." Gets the save, gets the send up to Sir Captain Spoon, who will clear this one through the tunnel to end off this game. Battery will be taking it in 2.
Yep, Battery taking it in two well played rounds. They definitely fought off that defense of Echoholics, fought out of the chain breakers that they do so well, and turned some nice looking stats on the table here. The tipsy person that was in there was actually in their pre-round, so that's why they have all zeros. They did not participate in this game, but Promise taking the lead on scoring there, holding up their side of the match there, and really putting the team on the back and carrying them through. Beautiful work. Lots of stuns coming out from Duck. Good defensive efforts out of Duck, and definitely out of Biggie and out of Eddie. The Echoholics really turning some good numbers as well, though.
Yeah, for sure. So really great game from both of these teams. Thank you, Battery. Thank you, Echoholics, for being here tonight and letting us cast your game. But we've got other games to get to. In fact, we are officially late for the next one. We have got Every Key taking on Flare. So we will be right back with that one. We just gotta, go get into the arena, get some water, take a break. All right, bye.
See you in a sec. Are on. Hello, we're back.
Hello, welcome back. As promised, we have more matches for you. And this one going up a little bit in a ladder, some high diamond matches, it looks like, as we have Flare taking on Every Key. Every Key is, looks like former Master Team Disorient from last season, maybe with some roster changes, and now they are here to play. And Flare used to be a team way back in the day before my time. Looks like it's been revived. So this is certainly a very exciting matchup. Looking at the rosters, looks like we've got the full starting roster here on the side of Flare. But Captain Technowubs is out for the side of Every Key, and instead they've got Not Richard, Vanzy, iFoxy, and Draco Mako in. So this is certainly going to be a match. Also, hi, I didn't do introductions again because I'm just bad at the game. I'm Psycha. With me in the booth and operating the camera is Newton. Newton, enough from me. How excited are you for this match?
I'm excited for this match. This is the first time I've seen Every Key since the MQs. And they have definitely moved some bits around. This Flare team, I love Shepard. Shepard is my boy, and who wouldn't love Shepard? Honestly,
Honestly.
these are some OG classic guys in here. I think Flynn is even one of the earlier classic guys. So maybe I haven't even seen him in a while. But if you think he's who I think I'm thinking of. But this will be fun times. We've told the teams ready up, and we've set the prediction poll on. So we have nothing left to talk about here other than, hey, how you guys doing? How's season 6 going for you? Because we're just waiting for them. Hurry up, guys. It's awkward.
Guys, please hurry up. We're really bad at filling time. We're really awkward. I mean, to be fair, we played this VR game till ridiculous hours in the morning. I don't know how to communicate with people. Please hit the ready button.
I'm socially awkward, totally. I mean, the only thing I understand is tech, so Hi. No,
Hey.
seriously though, I'm glad to have. I'm seeing 67 people on the counter. I don't know how accurate my Twitch counter is right now, but it's good to have all you guys here in season 6. It's week 2. We just got done with the LAN. We got all our people back in their proper places. So you guys are going to be seeing a lot more matches. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be super interesting to see how the master tier unfolds, because dang, what a bunch of chaos that stuff is right now. And this is great. This is what everything we could ask for as fans of the game.
Yeah, it is everything and more we could ask for. And speaking of what we ask for, they have readied up. So stacks are in the tubes. Disc is in the middle. We are ready to go here in this game. And it looks like the first touch is going to go for the side of Flair as Flynn sends this one through, connects with Stupid Ape. Stupid Ape sending this one back down to Flynn on the back line. Flynn sending it forward up to Alduin. Alduin finds Shepard on the backboard, and Shepard finds the back of the net. Flair going to start this one out right with a 2-pointer.
Shepard is one of my favorite players to watch in this game. He knows more places to hide out and send crazy shots at you. Watch him tonight. See if he does anything interesting that you didn't expect him to do. Because every time I pub with him, it's always fun. We're seeing every key roll out as Draco Mako has the disc and he's putting it over there to Not Richard. Not Richard is waiting for his team to move forward, and they do move in. Foxy down there on the floor, just taking a look at things, backing things out, moving a little slowly. Has Not Richard on the near side, and he just chooses to pass over, passing back across to the far side. Vanzy now. Vanzy pushing in, looking at the wall, kind of moving in. Had the cut pass a little bit off there. As Not Richard was the intended target. Does wind up being an unintentional self-clear. Stupid Ape claiming it for the Flare side. Has the pass high, has the pass back, and tap in. My goodness, nice disc movement there. Stupid Ace Flynn combo for the 2. Stupid
That
Ape,
was a
not 8.
great read by Stupid Ape. Feeling that goalie coming at him from up high, so he slaps it low under him. Just great work there from the side of Flair to get themselves up by 4. But here comes every key once again. Not over yet. It's Draco Mako sending this one through to the close side tube to Not Richard. Richard sends this one back to Draco, who immediately dishes it out to Vanzy. Vanzy now working his way up the arena. Incoming pressure from Stupid Ape. He'll send it over to Not Richard, and Not Richard, but you don't hit those on Shepard. Even with somebody on his back, he makes the save, and Flair is going to get this one not quite out just yet. They're coming in again. Draco Mako to Foxy. Foxy on the ceiling, doing some moves to get through Alduin, and he will find the goal. There we go. Every key on the board with a 2 of their own.
Yep. Every key working, the combination of people back and forth. Foxy winding up with having a little time though. Draco Mako seeing him out there and knowing that he had a better position. They were giving Shepard what for in the goal, and you can only hold him off for so long up there before something else is going to happen. And that something else was the goal, but Halloween passing it over Shepard pushing it in. Does get it picked off by the blue side. Vanzy with the hands there, looking for the sky pass and gets it all the way through. It is immediately turned right back around. So the Flare team working the passes so beautifully. Flynn finishing it off to Stupid Ape, and man, it is a 7-2 game. This thing's moving quick.
Was that shot? Underhanded submarine from Stupid Ape off of the quick pass from Flynn under pressure. My goodness, I don't know what I expected to hear from this from Flair, but I'm pleasantly surprised. But here comes every key once again, not to be outdone. It's Draco Mako sending it over to Vanzy. Vanzy across now to Not Richard. Richard sending this one deep to Foxy just outside the bubble. Foxy working his way in under some pressure, and Stupid Ape manages to get the steal and get the clear on through. That's going to take a favorable bounce into the bubble, but look at the speed of that every key stack. That was insane. Foxy and Vanzy together get back to get this one sent up now to Not Richard at the midfield. Richard sending this one low through to Draco Mako just outside the bubble. He'll take his time, working this way up on the wall. Big cross over to Vanzy, and Vanzy driving in off the backboard will secure another 2 for the side of every key.
That misdirection is so hard to pick up. I mean, I mentioned it in the last game, especially when it's working front to back and the goalie's under pressure. There's only so many things you can choose to do in that moment, and you have basically one choice, and hopefully it's the right one. Flair now taking the rollout, still got the lead, 7 points to 4, so they are still just nursing this one a little bit, but they're under heavy pressure in the mid, and it does wind up moving back into their zone. Vanzi with the hand on it, and now Not Richard claims it, bounces it off the shield, gets the reclaim on that, finishes it off. Not Richard bringing this game to a 1-pointer, so it is, and we are down to a nail biter here, just about halfway through, and we're basically almost starting over.
Hey, you know what? It happens to the best of us, but Not Richard. Still getting the points in the end regardless, and that is all that matters. As you said, every key bringing it to within 1, but here comes Flair. It's Alduin sending this one over to Flynn in the tunnel, upside down. Flynn working his way up. Incoming pressure from Not Richard. He'll send this one down low across to Shepard. It's going to take an awkward bounce, and that's just enough for iFoxy to get there first. iFoxy making his way around the Pac-Man before clearing it through. The stacks together here for every key. Just a little bit of a misread, but that's fine because Draco Mako is there to make the goal. Another 2 points for every key, and they are now up by 1.
I believe that is their first lead of the game, actually. If I'm not mistaken. Maybe am, maybe not. But at any rate, they are leading now, and it is halfway through. That 1 point, that's a 3-pointer showing up for itself, as it will over and over. The 3-pointer came in on the side of Flair once upon a time back in history, and that's why they're on that odd number. And it will continue to be that 1-point lead until somebody else makes a 3. But it is dinged this time. Draco Mako making the claim, bringing it back in the bubble, has a low pass there. Behind the goal he goes, and iFoxy gets mugged by Alduin there, and it is just a reclaim. Gets mugged again, this time by Flynn, who is inverted. We call him Flynn-verted. And they move down into the blue side of the arena. It is Not Richard looking for what to do with this disc now that he's claimed it. Got the tiger by the tail, but the defense is coming, offense is coming at him. So the disc is thrown in to the other side, and Popcorn claims that one and bounces it around. iFoxy with a little help there, gunboating there from his teammate, and Vanzi now claiming the disc. Makes a back pass, but it does get off the target. Draco Mako was the intended target, and he does push it back in. They've drawn the defense out just a little bit. It is Not Richard claiming the disc here, making the shot, but it's not a really earnest, hard shot there. They did have a goalie right there. Draco Mako with the tapper. Tapper not happening, but it does make it over to a teammate, but Stupid Ape claims that one, says, no way, I'm smarter than that, actually. And the disc goes sailing to the other side. Chased down by, almost. Shepard's there in the neighborhood. Somebody might get it. There it goes. There's stuns, or got it.
There we go. Every key finally securing this one, but not quite securing the clear just yet. Bouncing around in the trap area, picked up here by Shepard. Shepard just trying to dump this one back under some pressure and somehow connects with Stupid Ape, who gets the ender back across to Shepard, but he'll quickly flick this one back to Flynn on the back line. Flynn now working his way in underneath the rock. We'll send it back to Stupid Ape. Stupid making his way in, brake checking before sending it across to Flynn. Down low to Alduin, and Alduin finishes it off with another 2 points to get Flair back on top. I'm so surprised. I'm so pleasantly surprised by this. I mean, we've seen every key before, right? Like they played last season. Haven't seen this roster from Flair yet, and I was worried the chemistry factor would not be there, but we are seeing that's just simply not the case. They've got great movement on the passes, and they're winning a lot of these one-on-one interactions in the bubble. It's just, will it be enough as we are now under the 3-minute mark?
Yeah, Draco Mako moving out for every key, looking at the clock rolling down, walks it almost all the way to shield uncontested, but then they do start fighting back on the side of Flair. The disc is contested. The disc is actually claimed right back by Not Richard, passed over to Draco Mako, had the shot, and wow, just trying to paint that corner and dings it ever so slightly off. These shots are just a matter of centimeters between good and bad, and literally the disc gets reclaimed, Alduin pushing it back in the mid, and it bounces around, but it does get claimed by Flynn. Flynn pushing it all the way into the deep side of the blue bubble there, but the defense is back to reclaim that one. Draco Mako walking it back out slowly.
Draco Mako pre-stacked with somebody, but dishes it off to the pass to the wall. It will end up back into the hands of Draco, now into the hands of iFoxy. Foxy working around on the midfield to find that pass to Not Richard. Quick fire up to Draco Mako. Draco looking to hit that cut to Vanzi, but it is just a little bit off as Alduin jumps out of goal to hit the cut. Now it's in the hands of iFoxy. iFoxy working his way in, but my goodness, Shepard is on it tonight as he makes that save, and it's enough for Stupid Ape to get there and get this one cleared through. This is looking good. Where are the stacks? It looks like, yes, it will be every key home first. Draco Mako with it, going for that cross clear. It connects with that waiting stack. Vanzy and Not Richard together, sending this one into the bubble. The every key has all of the numbers they could possibly want, and there we go. They make it work. They get the 2, and they'll get back on top now, 10-9.
Yeah, but you know what? That 3-pointer still continues to haunt.
Yep.
It's a 1-point game, and it's down to, like I like to call it, the time of possession. So possession zone is key, and this is the possession for Flair. They come out. It is now in the hands of Alduin, who bounces it low and picks up the pass to Flynn. Flynn pushing it forward, but gets it picked off. It comes back in the orange side. So possession being key and points being ever so important right here. The blue team, every key, can ice this thing pretty clearly right here by taking, well, they're only ahead by 3. So there again, that 3-pointer gives an opportunity to Flair. Flair's going to have a tiny bit of possession time here. Not a lot, but they enough to get downfield and to get something happening here. So we'll see how it unfolds.
Yep, they are basically in needs to be a 3 territory, even just to send it to overtime, just to not lose the round. Let's see if they can do it, though, as that bounces into the hands of Flynn. Flynn sending this one through to Stupid Ape, who slaps that one across, connects with Shepard. Shepard, was that a blind fling over his head?
Yeah,
you know
like
what? I don't want to know. To Flynn, but Flynn holding on to it for a bit too long. Gets his pocket picked by iFoxy. Foxy sending this one through off the shield into the hands of Draco. Does not get the score, but it does not matter. They didn't need it. It'll be every key taking the first round.
Yep, much like the Echoholics game we just witnessed with Battery, close down to the last possession. So even though this is only the second week of our season, we're seeing some pretty fair matchups here in these somewhat upper diamond echelon, low, the first one diamond, this one upper diamond echelon. So it's good to see these competitive matches coming out so early in the season. We love to see good competition and see good points coming through. A lot of balance in the scoring there for every key. Everybody on the whole team having points. That's usually a good indication that you're communicating well, you're passing well, you're doing things correctly, and it does wind up coming out on their side. A little 3-point lead, 3-point win there, just down to the last possession though. So they cannot rest on their laurels.
No, absolutely not. And it does seem that we have a timeout coming through. Did not see who called it, but
I will take a look.
Oh, thank you.
Give me a moment. That would be the orange team, Stupid Ape.
All right.
So challenge to the chat. Who knows who Stupid Ape used to be? Because I don't, and that can't possibly be a brand new person. Oh, you do?
Is this just for chat? I'll let them guess.
Go ahead. Well, I mean, if they know it, lay it out there because I don't know. GMad Bro.
Thistle's on it. Yes.
Is it really?
That is GMad Bro from Raptured and Friends last season.
Nice.
Now on Flare with Alduin, Flynn, and Shepard. I don't know.
Really, that's the new kid on the block though for that team. And honestly, Stupid Ape is. I was like, who is this person? Because they're playing like somebody who's been established in this game a long time. Jumad Bro, he's a 2 or 3 season player already, so he's established himself quite well. And now is Stupid Ape, great name. Yeah, and on an interesting team. So a little bit of old school, new school happening over there. Every key definitely has a little bit more of that new school meta kind of, and really what I mean by that is a little bit more jukes, a little bit more trying to one-on-one and push a little bit more chaos than the passing game. Passing game, more the old school, more like the Kangaroo style, where the movement of the disc was as important as anything else. Positioning and making the flow score happen. There's some philosophies there, but on the highest level, those two things both have their strengths and lots of them.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you hit the nail on the head where we're seeing new school play style here from the side of every key. But what's interesting is Flair's made up a lot of these older players, and not like older, but they've been around the game longer. They're more used to that older meta, like you talked about, but they're still having some incredible success levels with the one-on-one fights in their own bubble. I mean, we saw those every key players get their pockets picked several times just under the goal when they were going up for that one-on-one with the goalie, and it's quite impressive that they've adapted so well to the juking and able to read those for those one-on-one interactions. They've also I called it out earlier in the round. I'm very impressed with the chemistry level that we're seeing from Flair. It's how quickly they're finding those passes, it feels like they've been playing together for a while. They just know where their teammates are naturally. Maybe they've just got some insane comms coming on, or maybe they're just all on the same page, off the bat of how to play this game. But whatever it is, it's working for them.
Yeah, I mean, experience will go a long, long ways in this game, and these guys have it. And all these people have it. I mean, Vanzy's been around, forever. iFoxy has really established himself quite aggressively in the last year. Really, first time I'd seen iFoxy on any kind of earnest gameplay was last year in Redshift Land. That's in June of last year. Draco Mako, of course, and Not Richard. Definitely, we heard a lot from them last season. I believe they're the remaining bits of Disorient, if I'm not mistaken. Draco Mako for sure on that Disorient team. But Every Key now the rename, and as we have seen, there are 3 Every Key teams. You've seen the IO, and you have the Net, and you have believe the Com or Co. So they're kind of spread out across the echelon of tiers there. But it's an interesting phenomena having a little bit of name branding inside the Echo Arena VRML ranks now. The game itself here. We're seeing very, very close and honestly could go either direction. I'm kind of hoping for a 3-rounder tonight. Maybe this will be our chance to get in 3.
Well, yes. Part of me would love a timeout, but also looking at the clock right now when we've got Redshift and Instinct next.
In 10 minutes.
I don't want to hold them off too long. But you know what?
True.
I am greedy. I will take the round 3 if it presents itself.
True. Yes, the producer in me says, "Get moving, boys." And there we go. We hear him calling off the timeout, and that will mean that we go into the round here shortly, depending on how much time was left on the timer. I didn't get in the locker rooms to take a look at that, but
yeah, they called it early, I think.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they did. So we'll have a couple more seconds here, so you guys can enjoy our faces and what we have to say.
Boy,
which we've already explained we're socially awkward and can't say much.
Actually, I do want to, Ivan Thrive in chat saying Shepard and Stupid with the incredible pocket picks in the bubble. I want to shout out Shepard because I didn't know how well this was going to work with Alduin and Shepard on the same team, both being goalies, but they have found a balance, man, and both of them have had some incredible saves this evening. That said, here we go into round 2. Flair's got to get it if they want to go into the round 3, or Every Key could be looking to take it in 2. But we are off. The first touch going to Every Key, but it looks like Flynn now has possession of it for the side of Flair, but he's not quite going to find that clear just yet. And it looks like, yes, Every Key will punish that mistake with the first 3 points to kick us off in this round.
I was kind of ready to go home, so I hit the credit button, unfortunately. Actually, I hit the letter C. Oh, great. We get another pause. Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Sorry to the viewers there. We're not done. I just missed the joust, and it happens. But yeah, unfortunately, it looks like the orange team took a pause, and didn't they already do that?
VRML admin saying, LOL, like the music coming on during your Oscar thank you speech.
Exactly.
That got me good.
That is fun. Thanks for putting it on that footing. Who's VRML admin, by the way?
I do believe that's the big man. I don't know if he wants to remain anonymous. So I won't call him out,
that's the anonymous. Yes, that one.
I think that is the big man. I don't know though. It looks like it's Lilu today. Hi Lilu, guys. Guess what?
You guys have to say hi to Lilu.
Twitter has 3 followers, and one of them is Echo Arena VRML, and I thought that was really funny. I haven't used it in like 6 months though, but I got the notification the other day and I cracked up.
If you guys don't know who Lilu is and what they do for the community, you need to know. Because that human
keeps the ship running.
That human keeps everything going on the social medias. Because I couldn't possibly do what they do. Hey, look, it's just Newt. I know that kid.
Do you?
No, I think so.
I'm kidding.
Maybe.
Let's see. Somebody asked who paused. I would assume it's Flair because Shepard is back out of the arena once again.
The part that gives it away is that great big word pause over the orange side of the banner.
I always forget that that's part of the assets now, and I love it so much, but I'm blind, so I'll just shut up.
If you haven't, for those who haven't really analyzed what's on the assets there, the pause thing is definitely cool because that helps. But you might not have noticed that the mini map has numbers 1 through 4 on the players, And the reason for that is because there's a roster with 1, 2, 3, and 4 for each
No way.
team member down below their orange part or the blue part of the banner. So if you pay attention to that and you say, oh, okay, Alduin's number 1, then you can watch the orange number 1 travel the arena and know that that's Alduin, rather than looking for the 4th person with number 23, because sometimes players do like sharing those numbers. But rolling off into the locker rooms here, looking around. Oh, it looks like Not Richard's over here talking about strategy with Draco Mako. We won't steal too much of their information there. We'll turn the camera there. And oh my gosh, what would you say? Oh, he's got lots to say. Oh, he's actually giving an ad for every key.
I'm not reading that.
Okay. Well, thanks, kid. Good to see you.
That's a weird flex.
glad you're awake, Oh, my kid. What do I do? Somebody help me.
Dude.
Somebody help me.
Now you got this, man. You got this.
I do? Okay. Over here in the flare side, we have Flynn's hanging out upside down. Flynn verted. Yes, thank you.
Flynn
I
verted.
came up with that. And we are missing a player. Who are we missing? We're missing Shep.
We're missing Shepard. Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. So they took the time out between rounds because Shepard dropped, and it looks like Shepard has dropped once again. So I'm hoping.
Is that legal? Can you do that?
Yeah, so, okay. Oh, thank you for that transition. We're back to mod time with Psy. So, earlier we discussed how you get one free 5-minute timeout during the game clock. However, between rounds, either team can pause for up to 4 minutes for free. Guys, it's free. So if you need to calm down, somebody's got to go to the bathroom, just hit the pause button if it's between rounds. It's free!
Because that's what we do. We pause the game.
Unfortunately,
that means we are going to be late to the Redshift game because we do have 10 whole minutes to play here. So yeah, and thanks for the those guys if they're going to hang out and wait for us. And if they don't wait for us, then fine, we'll join them in progress, or maybe catch them another time depending on what the nature of the business is. We do have 8 players back in the arena. That's good news. Shep's back. Got good pings all the way around. Everybody's under. Nice. Good to see it. But hopefully that'll get us back on our feet and rolling here. We have only 25 seconds off the clock here in round 2. So
yeah,
and
it looks like yes, there we go. Finally, the unpause coming through, so we can get back into this game. Every key up by 3, which means it's the Joust advantage is going to go for the side of Flare. As a reminder, every key round 1. So if Flare wants to take the game, they've got to get it in this round and then send it to round there too. But we'll see. Here we go. Joust advantage for the side of Flare.
I do believe my son is trying to get my blood pressure up, but it is not going to happen because that is not Richard taking the shot. Shot a little bit wide, doesn't happen. Pass back is almost as good as the shot that just happened. That one coming back out now, and Flynn handling it. He's pushing it through and getting it down to Stupid Ape. Stupid Ape, bouncing it off the shield. Nobody there to claim it though, so except for the blue team. Not Richard has it, and they're going to move back out of this side.
Yep, they're looking to move it back out of their zone, but that's going to take some bounces off the midfield Geos. Pass now over to iFoxy. Foxy sending this one through cross high, taking some bounces into the hands of Flynn. Quick reset to Alduin, who barely gets that one off through that defense. I'm sorry, through those Every Key players. But it's now picked up by Not Richard for the side of Every Key. Not Richard, pausing at the pack for just a moment, maybe waiting for some options to present themselves before sending it to Draco Mako. Draco looking for that low cross, but oh no, who put right there? Instead, that is going to bounce into the hands of Flynn. Quick reset back to Stupid Ape, and Ape is looking for this clear.
Yep, the clear makes it through. The offense does make it through on the steal, and the shot's there, but is not quite on. So that is Stupid Ape having the second opportunity to put that one in, and that one makes it in. So it's now 3-2 as Flare gets on the board with a double try there, and the second try was better than the first. Gets it done. 8 minutes on the clock, and we will see Every Key rolling out with their first also offensive joust of this round 2. They took round 1 by just a squeaker 3 points. So it is Draco Mako rolling out here and getting the distance. Not Richard crossing back over to Vanzi. Vanzi now trying to juke around a little bit and get some freedom there. The back pass comes through to Draco. Draco pushing it back up. It has a nice pass over to the Pac-Man and gets it to Vanzi. Vanzi on to Not Richard. Not Richard passing over. The pass is intercepted. Halloween on the mark there, gets the throw all the way through. It is now the Flare team coming flying to this side, but the stacks do not go in the right direction, so the remaining people just kind of find their way bouncing off the walls.
Uh-oh, and here's an opportunity here for every key if they can get there first. It's iFoxy on the wall, making his way up to the ceiling, but he will get his pocket picked here by Stupid Ape. Oh no, Stupid putting it off the head of a teammate, back into the hands of iFoxy once again, and it looks like Shepard has dropped. That's not good because Flair's out of timeouts now. Not Richards, feeding this one back to iFoxy. Foxy going for that bounce shot. And that will go in as a teammate was screening the goalie.
You hate to have that happen. You're down a man, and you're under pressure, and dang, they just unload on you now. And it's just a 3-point lead, so we'll see if Shep can't get himself back in the arena here quickly. Hopefully so for the side of Flare. Otherwise, the bleeding will continue. Alduin with the disc, though, and pushing it through under pressure by the Stack. Stack does manage to stay together, and they run right back to the back end of the bubble there as they do stay together even more. The pass comes back and forth now, so we're playing a little game of ping pong here, and the winner at the moment of the ping pong match is going to be iFoxy, claiming the disc and slowing it down a tiny bit, giving it to Vanzi. Vanzi throwing it forward to the Stack and has a nice long throw in there. Draws out the defense just enough, and not Richard finishes that one off by the long pass from Vanzi. There's 6 minutes left on the clock. It is a 7-2 game, and every key just keeps on rolling.
Good attempted read there by Alduin. The Stack for every key just beat him in by a little bit, but you know what? It happens, and now Flare coming out for their just advantage is going to be a headbutt. Bouncing around into the hands of Alduin somehow in the popcorn area. Alduin looking to bounce this one into the bubble and go off the nest. It's a race. It will be kept out of the hands of every key for just a moment, but it looks like not Richard there first. Will get this one slapped to the mid, where it's picked up by iFoxy. iFoxy sending this one through now, bouncing off the bow tie into the hands of not Richard. Richard back in this one. Now up to iFoxy. iFoxy looking for the shot, but hits the ding ring instead. And this will be kept out of the bubble for now.
Yeah, you can sense the desperation coming in on Flare. They do tend to be moving around a little fast, but they do have their fourth in now. It looks like Snipe Dash has stepped in for Shepard and is now covering the game. So we do have a 4v4. It's a good thing for Flare to have all 4 people in the arena, though. Taking the substitute there. I don't know where Flare's on, if Snipe's on the team or not, or just a league sub, but they do manage to get in there. A league sub, cool. That's a fast league sub. Way to go, guys. As we see Snipe showing up and showing out right there, taking matters in their own hands and setting up the next 2 points for Flare. That is now just a 3-point match. So every key taking the disc and trying to see if they can extend this a little bit further.
I am very impressed with how Flare has minimized the damage while playing that 3v4, and they are very quickly back. So good work for them, but here comes every key with this just advantage. It's not Richard sending it across to Vanzi. Vanzi now sending this one through. It's going to be just a little bit off, bouncing off the inside of the ring. That would have been something, but instead it will be a 2-pointer here for Draco Mako for the side of every key.
Yeah, that was, I mean, the first shot really honestly was so close to being in. The second one was a good placement and good lucky bounce that they were right there to pick it up and try it again. So every key getting a lucky break there and a good positioning as well on top of it. So the pass is coming through for Flare, and they don't manage to get out of their side just yet. Flynn taking a claim of the pass across the arena there, has a little bounce off of the Geo, and is now sniped to get his bell rung for that one, as Vanzi gets the hand on it and tries to get it through, but doesn't quite get it out of the zone. Vanzi tries it again, gets the bounce this time, and it does clear out, but it is Alduin back there on the back line, ever so experienced in knowing where those things are coming in. Flynn getting a little bit of a chin music there from iFoxy, as iFoxy dances through there, has the lane, gets the shot off, but it doesn't quite find its mark. It is now in the hands of Snipe. Snipe gets it forward, but it bounces right back to them, so it tries it again. Go forward there to Flynn. Flynn taking it and bouncing it off the low part of Valley. The stack races on. I see 3 orange bodies heading in, but the shot is unfortunately off, and they really, really needed it.
They did really need it, but here they come once again. Flynn feeding this one to Snipe, and there we go. Snipe. Gonna snipe that one in for another 2 for the side of Flare, and they are within 3. So, I mean, Man, under 3 minutes to go, 3 point difference right now. This is so close, and I'm looking at the time and freaking out about round 3, but I also want to see round 3, so I'm so conflicted. I don't know. Here comes every key. It is gonna be not Rich looking to send this one across. It is just a bit off, but still connects with Vanzi regardless. Vanzi sending this one through where it's recovered by Snipe. Snipe not able to get that one cleared. It's not Richard under some pressure. Picked up by Snipe once again, stacked with Stupid Ape. The clear is going to be good. Bouncing down low on the floor. Where are the stacks? There they are. It's Snipe, and Snipe not quite able to make this one work. Bouncing off the backboard into the hands of Vanzi, but Alduin gets the steal. Vanzi takes it right back. Just kidding. That's Draco Mako. Draco now looking for this clear, but that's going to go to the far side tunnel instead, where it's picked up by not Richard. Pocket picked by Stupid Ape. He took a little too long, and Ape with this open lane. Just kidding. That's not open. iFoxy's home, and iFoxy will shut down that shot before sending it to the waiting stack.
Wow, I mean, the shot's coming off. Everything is aimed right at the edges. That one, though, isn't. That's right square in the middle. Draco Mako putting the finishing touch on that one, and possibly some of the finishing touch on this round. We'll see if it can hold up. It's now 5 points, and we have 90 seconds, less than 90 seconds left in this game, which, as we know, the amount of time it takes to score a goal does kind of add up here, and if you need 2 or 3 of them, it's going to be more and more tricky to get it. But 5 points is just two sunk goals, a 1, 2, 3, and a 2. So, you know, it's not impossible. Every key with the disc, it gets it turned right back around. Long shot just off the ring yet again. Defense is there to claim it. Not Richard moving it around, getting it passed out. It looks like every key is going to get it cleared out. They do have a man on the scene, and that is Vanzi taking the long shot. Ding again. Oops, I dinged it again.
Did they, like, move the goal an inch to the left or something?
Made it like 4 centimeters bigger.
Yeah, 4 centimeters to the left. Both of these teams just a little bit off on their shots. They're very impressive shots, and I have no room to talk crap about anything because I wouldn't be hitting them. But it's just like, it's funny that so many are off the ring. But that's... Here comes Flair under the 30-second mark. They need points here, and they will not get them as Vanzi forces this clear. The stacks are together for both teams, but it looks like it will be Draco Mako there first for the side of every key. He'll feed this one over to Not Richard underneath the Pac-Man. Not Richard working his way into iFoxy off the post. Foxy doing some moves and gets his pocket picked by Flynn. And it looks like this clear, might finish off this round, finish off this game.
Yep, time was on their side. So in this case, every key does have the right magic to unlock the door and unlock the dub. It will go to them tonight, and we will go to a very, very quick look at this scoreboard, but we have a date with a Master Tier match, though, so we can't stick around too long. You do see Flair picking up 5 players and not getting it all done. Every key taking the dub tonight for this one, and we will be looking for our turnaround here. So I think, Psycho, we're just going to go ahead and take our intermission and try to run back here just as fast as we can. You guys hang out. We'll be right back. There we go. Hello.
Howdy. We are back for one final match this evening. Back up to the Master Tier. It is going to be Instinct taking on Redshift. So very solid matchup here for this. Yeah, I mean, Instinct has gone through some roster changes. Both of these teams went through some significant roster changes in the offseason. So I have no idea what to expect here. Newton, what are you thinking?
I'm thinking that my hands are full and my brain is tapped, but this is going to be a lot of fun because, Master Tier is where it's at, and Master Tier is always a fun game to watch. Instinct, yeah, like you said, Instinct, both these teams have swizzled everything. Really, Redshift is Aurora. It's Aurora from, a couple seasons ago with cats added on. And Instinct is somewhat a combination of the old Instinct and a little bit spaghetti, a little side of XA. So, you never know what to expect when these guys start reassigning themselves to different teams. Except, it will be fun because everybody's kind of going through the same thing. They're going through this chemistry reset, and they're going through this, can we do this thing together? This is our season lineup. So we have Pub, who I'm not even sure who that is, rolling out here with the disc and get the first pass through. It is absolutely denied by Cruisin'. Cruisin' not having any of that and showing why he is a world champion, or at least a season champion at one point there. Is now XA getting the tap on that one, throwing it all the way into the deep side of the blue bubble. Selena claiming that one on the roof and just not doing anything with it, just other than drawing out the defender, getting the disc into the mid, but it is not doing anything very interesting yet.
We have a report from Newt that Pub is Azon.
So,
interesting.
Another rename.
Another rename. But hey, you know what? He's here, and that's all that matters. And it's in the hands of XA, but speaking of the devil, and he will get the disc, it's going to be Pub with this steal. Pub sending this one through. High bounce into the hands of Caesar. It was Steel, but now it's Caesar, but now it's Steel. And Steel off the shoulder will get stunned out before he can do anything with it. It's Meatballer with it now, sending it over across to Oculasator. Ock moving low underneath the popcorn, doing those jukes he's known for to try to get through Steel, but the double stun comes through. It's going to be a race won by Steel. He'll send this one over to Caesar. Caesar, under all of the pressure, forced to back this one out to Steel Skydiver once again, who will double reset to Pub on their own double diamonds.
Yeah, Pub pushing it through. Steel Skydiver, the masterful guy working every end of the play all the time. You can't call him a goalie anymore. That's what I stumbled with. He really is a full team player. Getting the pass there, getting the pass back up to Selena. Selena working it upside down. She plays inverted all the time now, I guess. And now Cruisin' takes that one, is not having any of it, gets it cleared all the way through, setting up the stack race that is bouncing around on the blue side and is picked up by XA. But XA does get a little pressure at the time. Ock backing it up there and pulling it in. Oculasator getting the pass across, not getting it to anybody, so it just bounces free for a second. Free disc, as they say in the arena. And that is back into the hands of Cruisin'. Cruisin' pushing up the offense now. A little pressured throw there. It does bounce around, but it gets claimed and thrown in by XA, taking out the garbage, taking the 2 points on for the first 2 of the round and setting the tone.
That took an entire 2 minutes to find our first points here in this round, in this game. Quite impressive and a testament to how even these teams are at the moment. But here comes the first joust advantage for Redshift. It's going to be Steel Skydiver as the QB. Taking a pause here at the nest, waiting for some options to open up. Finds one in the form of Seluna, but Seluna will lose it to Meatballer. Meatballer to Oculasator, and he don't miss those from 10 meters out. Oculasator will secure a 3 for the side of Instinct.
Yeah, I mean, the pub guy in me says, oh, the first shot was on, but the competitor in me says that, the second, the Oculasator was in way better positioning to make sure that 3 was absolutely in the middle of the goal, and it was, and that was a well-played pass there. Instinct now rolling out with a 5-point lead, and they're looking for the first... Redshift's looking for their first taste of blood here. Let's see if they can actually open this thing up or not, or if Instinct's just going to keep rolling on them. Instinct rolling into the bubble right now, and it is a back pass looking as a floater, kind of drifting backwards. Cruising with the disc now, taking the shot, and man, that was a live one. 17 meters per second, 5 meters out. It is now 7-0. Instinct showing up and ready for the fight and bringing it to Redshift full force.
I called it out. It took a full 2 minutes for the first score, but gates are open, faucets on. Instinct is going for it. Pedal to the metal right now. as they find themselves up by 7. Here comes Redshift once again. Steals Skydiver to Caesar real fast this time. Caesar feeding this one through to Saluna. Saluna finds Pub down low across. Looks like he's going to drive this one in. Maybe looking for one more cut, but it is just a bit off behind his recipient. So Caesar will back this one out to steal Skydiver to slow this one down. Up high across now to Pub just outside the bubble. Pub doing some work, but Oculasator is not going to let him through. He gets the steal, and there's no way. Oh my goodness, almost a full court mail slot, but off the shield, bouncing back into the hands of Meatballer. Meatballer now off the backboard into the hands of Saluna, and Saluna is looking for this pass up to Caesar. It does connect. Caesar now feeding this one through, waiting for a stack to get together. It's going to be a race. It's cruising there first, picked up by XA. XA over across to Meatballer, and Instinct looking to send this one through now, but Caesar's on the back line.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much good positioning and disc movement in this. It's just really kind of hard to even follow all of it. Caesar now with the hand on the disc, getting crossed over to Pub. Pub looking low and does have a pass. Saluna just in the right place at the right time. High pass there as they bounce around off the backboard, but cruising still just the iron hands back there, not having anything going past him. XA with a good one-on-one there and becoming the winner of it, pushing the disc all the way through into the blue zone. Blue team is back, so is Redshift looking to pass the disc out, but it is intercepted in the tunnel by the orange squad of Instinct. They are looking to score, but they did get denied momentarily. Meatballer is taking the interception and bringing it back in, so, you know, it's still on the offense. This offensive attack has happened for quite a while here now. XA passing it back over to Meatballer. Meatballer having a couple of options, the back option being the most desirable one at the moment for him. So slowing it down to XA as they just pass and try to spread out this Redshift defense until they see something they like. Ock hanging out on the near side, pushing in and sees the cut pass, gets a little dip and dodge there and finishes that one up with style. 9-0 Instinct. Redshift up against the ropes and really needing to pull this rabbit out of the hat and get something going on here.
They do, and hey, you know what? It took 2 minutes for the first goal, and then Instinct went on a bit of a run there, but that goal time back up to 2 minutes, so Redshift found a way to slow them down a little bit. But here they come with this Joust advantage. It's Steel Skydiver up to Saluna in the popcorn area. She'll back this one back out to Steel. Steel at the bow tie, working this one up cautiously now at the station, sends it back across to Saluna. Saluna threads the needle through to Pub. Pub at the Pac-Man now, working his way in under some pressure from Meatballer. Does get the jukes, gets the pass to Steel. Steel, oh no, just a little bit off toward the backboard, bouncing into the hands of Cruisin'. And Cruisin' will get this one sent through to the tunnel where it's recovered by Meatballer, but he's got the whole team on him. XA trying to get this one through, but Caesar's got it now. Caesar losing it to XA. XA now sending this one in, and oh my goodness. From 33 meters out, that will be another three-pointer for the side of Instinct.
Wow, we just sat there and watched that magic happen. XA getting the disc and just unloading it halfway through the arena there, and we saw the line he had. It wasn't even a very strong line. Painted the corner, got it done, and that now means that Redshift is down 12-0. Oculasator on the interception, looking to make it more, and it is 15 now. Nothing. So pause. I would anticipate a pause, but perhaps not. Perhaps Redshift's going to play this one out and just let it happen. Let it be the loss in the first round and see if they can figure something out and keep going. Newt says they don't pause. They just keep playing. So he ought to know he's on that team, and he's upstairs watching this one, I think, right now. But the first pass out, and we're looking at Redshift on the offense.
Here they come. It's Pub up high across to Saluna, and there we go. That's what Redshift needed to get into this. A great shot there from Saluna to put the 2 on the board for Redshift, and hopefully that gets it going here. You know, as we said last game, sometimes you only need 1.
Yeah, I mean, time is not on their side, so Instinct knows quite well, and within their instincts, that they only have to run the clock out at this point. They're under 2 minutes. I anticipate seeing a lot of back passing and slowing down here, as they know that this round is handily in their side, and all they really have to do is just kind of walk through the end of this thing. There's a back pass happening there. A little pressure, actually, is that that pass was probably intended to be faster than that, but it does get bothered, and Pub does clean this one up and get the pass all the way down for his team. It is just no stacks, though. The stacks don't manage to get in the orange side. The disc now gets picked up again by Pub pushing through. Had Saluna, but Saluna got bothered with a little bit of chin music there, so she had to take a little brief nap. And the disc is still in possession of blue, so it's not over here yet, but the time is definitely calling it over. So this is a matter of just trying to establish a little bit of dominance for Redshift and see if they can move the disc in, maybe get some points just like that, and not call this thing impossible, because that will help the mental definitely as they go into the locker room and talk this thing over in about a minute.
Yep, the mental is so very important, and I'm at least hoping that as Redshift puts a couple of points on the board going into round 2, maybe we'll see a closer round 2, or maybe even a round 3, which we can enjoy calmly now because there's no other streams after this. But we got to get there first. We got to finish off this round. It is going to be Meatballer driving his way into the bubble, and it doesn't matter. He's got a defender on him. He's got a goalie in the goal, but he'll find it anyway. That will be another 2 points here for Instinct.
I'm always just astounded by some of the angles and some of the shots that these guys make look so easy. And I know we all know they're not easy. We're all players here. We know they're not easy, but they make them look easy. It's just crazy how good some people can get at this game and keep on getting better and better. Speaking of better, it is the playmaker Caesar, and he sends it over to Saluna. Saluna over to Pub. Pub looking for the last shot of the round, but it does sail a little bit loose. That one goes quickly into the hands of Instinct, and we can now reset into round 2.
Yep. Into round 2 we go, and Instinct taking round 1 quite handily. I don't know. I can't even point to one specific thing that Instinct did significantly better that led to that point differential. I think they're just executing all around a bit better than Redshift, and they're playing at a speed that Redshift has just not been able to keep up with yet.
Yeah, I mean, there was quite a bit of pressure on the Redshift offense every time they had the disc in the zone. Cruisin', even though it doesn't show it on the stats, has made several remarkable saves, and of course that's no guesswork there as to why, because obviously one of the best goalies in the game. Ock, carrying the points there on the side of Instinct, so definitely in the right places at the right time. But yeah, it's been a little bit of a kind of a spin match here where nothing's really coming up in the definitive zones of you can point to. Yes, this is absolutely where Redshift needs to focus to clean this up. They have possession. They have more possession than Instinct has. They have close to the number of stuns. They just don't have enough points. So score more points.
That was just blank 56
my best
VRML.
Palador moment there. Sorry, go ahead.
Blank 56 asking who's the best caster in our opinion. You did not specify Echo, so I will say Troy Aikman, who casts the and we'll get into this round. It's Saluna starting Redshift off right. Excellent work there as Redshift finds themselves on the board first, which is huge after losing round 1 so significantly. So we got a game on our hands, hopefully.
I'm going to answer the question that Blank asked and go the same direction you went with Howard Cosell. Look him up.
What's he cast?
He casted like everything in the 70s.
Okay.
Basketball, boxing, football. I don't think he did much baseball, but he is the guy. So anywho, we are watching Instinct though versus Redshift. This is round 2. This is week 2. This is season 6, and this is master tier. So this is where everybody wants to get, and that is Redshift taking the disc. Saluna now moving it into the middle, or trying to take it another shot at. Oh, but she gets bugged that time, and the disc is just being. It's just like a melee. It's like Crazy Town trying to get it. Oh, they the blue team overshoots that. So Cruisin' now picks that up for Instinct and hurls it back into the other side of the arena. And there is his team looking around in the blue bubble without anybody down there to defend it. It is now 3 points to 2 points. Instinct taking the lead. 8 minutes or so left in this round. 8 and a few.
Yep, 8 and a few left, and Instinct back on top, 3-2. Great work there from XA, getting there first, getting the read, getting the shoulder, recognizing that there's time for the 3, and then also executing the 3. So here comes Redshift with the joust advantage once again. It's Steel Skydiver sending this one. Oh, pocket picked by Oculusator, who sends this one over to XA. XA with this one-on-one with the goalie. Meatballer flying in just to bother Steel Skydiver enough for XA to put in the points with a 19-meter-a-second shot. Instinct now up 5-2.
That is not the look you want to see coming at you if you're playing goal. Man, that's some daunting looking stuff. And you know, Steel did his best to dive out there, but it's just not going to be enough. It is 5-2. Instinct leading this. They won the first round. Oculusator getting bugged there by Caesar. Caesar bouncing it off the wall and finding a teammate. The pass goes across, but finds the Geo instead. So it comes right back into the trench, getting passed back and reset. Caesar taking the reset and moving it forward to Saluna. Saluna is working that right wall, and she can throw from a long way, so don't give her that open lane if you can avoid it at all. Steel Skydiver working the back there, and now passing it over to Caesar. Caesar looking around, finding nothing just yet, but no pressure either, and the pass there to Saluna at the screen is good, and she puts that one in for 2 points. It's a 1-point game, and we are looking at a good start to round 2.
You cannot leave her open there like that. I mean, she's dangerous on that shield there. You know, she received it without having to give up the grab on shield. Does one little move to get through the defender, and it's all over from there. So now Redshift only down by 1. But here comes Instinct. This pass now goes to Oculusator. Ox sending this one up high. Oh, looking for Meatballer, it seems like, but that stack was bothering him and will force the turnover. Steel Skydiver gets a good clear through, but cruising on the back line. Always knows where to be to get that interception. We'll send this one up now to Oculusator in the tunnel. Ock walking this one forward with Pub coming up behind him. Gets the bounce pass over to XA, who will reset to cruising once again. Cruising, feeds it right back to XA, now moving into the bubble, into the hands of Meatballer. Meatballer working his way up, but that's going to be just a little bit off, and it will be recovered here by Caesar, who's going for the clear, but it's not through yet. Taking an awkward bounce, but Steel Skydiver will help it along to get this one through.
Yep, it gets through, and it's a loose disc for the moment, but it is picked up momentarily by Oculusator. Oculusator pushing it all the way through, gets an interesting bounce, and lucky that positioning for Meatballer, right in the right place at the right time with the right intention to put the disc into the goal. 7 points to 4. Instinct taking this little lead with halfway to go in this round. You know, this is still anybody's game. Don't give up on anybody. You know, it's all about, you know, finding your way to get, you know, the points on the board, even if it takes a little bit of osmosis of the brains to get it to happen.
Osmosis of the brains. I like that one. And hey, Pub likes that opportunity as he gets fed from Saluna down low on the floor and works it all the way up to put in the 2 and gets Redshift back within 1. This round has been so much closer than the previous round. Redshift really hanging in there, maybe, you know, a little slower, executing a little bit more, which is great to see for them, but it's not over yet, not even halfway over just yet. Oh, Pub with the pocket pick will send this one across to Saluna, and Saluna lane open, kind of, as she tries to make that bounce pass work. It will not go in, but that's what your teammates are there for, as Caesar picks this one up to finish the job, putting in the 2 and getting Redshift up now 8-7.
Yeah, this you know, this looks like a different Redshift coming out this round. You know, honestly, I think they might have just kind of let go of that last round and kind of, you know, we're looking forward to this one, knowing that it was just kind of unwinnable at the moment with the time that they got into it. XA, though, moving the disc around for Instinct, got a good pass up high to Meatballer, who's now waiting for somebody to get in front of him. Nobody out there. Finally moving down on the floor there is Oculusator, moving around looking for the pass, gets XA across, and a beautiful Steel Skydiver gets it, but unfortunately, it winds up as stolen right back, and it is in the goal. It is the right color, and that is a proper set of points. So it is 9-8 Instinct as they edge forward by 1.
Man, Steel unhappy about that one. You can see through his arms up. But hey, you know what? As we mentioned previously, 3-pointer still haunting us with this 1-point lead for Instinct right now, as we've gone back and forth with the lead changes. Nobody able to really secure it for long, but here comes Instinct with another drive. Pass down low across to Oculusator is good. He'll work this one forward before sending it back to XA. XA now moving up cautiously, get some pressure from Pub, so he'll send it across over to Cruisin. Cruisin with it, feeds it right on back to XA at the boot. XA driving in, hits the top pocket and does not get the dunk back on the way in either. A steel skydiver gets a hand on it and gets this one sent away for just a moment. Pub now with it, looking for this clear, but that's not going to be through either. It is going to be a race. Pub there first with Oculusator on his toes, does manage to get the clear through the tunnel. That's bouncing really nicely up at the ceiling. Where are the stacks? It's Caesar, open lane, not for long, but that's going to be just a little bit low. Not quite out yet as Pub picks this one up, feeds it to Saluna, under the goal, and there she goes. Another set of points for Redshift and another lead change.
Wow, Saluna doing her best game impersonation down there with the jukes upside down on the bottom side of clock as she manages to pick up that pass and do something beautiful with it, which was juke out, 1.5 defenders for the points and the lead. Redshift is not at all given up. They are still 100% in this now with the lead. Instinct is completely fighting back. We have a back and forth game. This is the best kind of stuff you want to see in Echo Arena. He's now cruising with the disc, looking to move it forward. He's got Meatballer. Meatballer is now looking ahead and not seeing anybody until he just a long pass across to Oculusator. He's floating through kind of on his own there. He has cruising the Strandy actually in front of the blue bubble, but it does get picked off. He's had just a little too long, and Caesar was last hand on it, but is now, passed through. XA gets a crack at it there, and it is finished off. And now we see a lead extending for the blue side. Redshift now with a 3-point lead.
So close, but once again, so therefore, on a quick shout out real quick to Blank56 VRML, gifting some subs over there and some bits, so thank you so much, dude. And I do believe I saw a promise for a certain number of bits if Redshift wins. We'll see. But here comes Instinct once again. It's Oculusator with it now just outside the tunnel, sends it through to Meatballer. Quick pass over to XA, who feeds it right on back to Oculusator. About 1.5 minutes remaining, and they are down by 3, so points here would be nice as this bounces into the hands of XA. Now back to Oculusator at the bow tie. He's going to do some work to get rid of Pub. Sends it up to Cruisin, driving in off the shield, looking for the top pocket. But top pocket was not looking for him, as that is going to bounce out. Sent away for just a moment by Redshift, but it will be recovered here by Oculusator.
Yeah, Ock pushing it back into the blue side, so they are not giving up on this offensive attack. Instinct knowing that they have to finish this one off, to finish the game off. They take the 2 rounds and they can go home and say good night for the evening. Redshift wanting to extend this a little bit longer and fighting on the defense. Saluna now with the disc, moving it out. This is exactly what they needed to have happen. They need to extend and keep the time rolling and keep maybe some points on the board, as I think a bunch of people slowed down on that pickup, though. Nobody came down to the far end to pick it up. We were just looking at the disc by itself. Orange team got it, though. Meatballers got it. This is the time of possession that they need to be putting on right now. And Steel Skydiver with it. He does not get the clear all the way through. It bounces around in the valley. It is coming back inside the blue side. And now that is Oculusator with it down low, makes a cross pass and is not finding its mark. It bounces off the far wall. It is picked up by XA. XA looking for the pass. Got it to Meatballer. Meatballer marching in. Bounces off a Geo. Bounces off a second. Takes a fake shot. And that is Saluna clearing it back out. Trying to assure and will be assuring that we will be going to a round 3.
Love a good round 3.
Especially when it's the last one of the night. We do it all night long now.
Normally round 3 stress me out, but this one we can enjoy peacefully, and I'm super excited about that. I love that Redshift, recognized that they had that 3-point lead for a while there, and Steel Skydiver was playing so cautiously, so far back, and all of Redshift adapted to that pretty quickly, utilizing him as a reset before getting it cleared through. So just good awareness there from the side of Redshift. On the side of Instinct, I feel like the passes just were not as crisp as they were in the previous rounds, and it allowed Redshift, some time to get back, whether it be pass speed or taking some unfortunate bounces in between on the way to its target. But either way, Redshift coming alive and recognizing some more opportunities and able to pounce on them even better to now send this to a round 3, and I'm so excited.
Yeah, I mean, talk about turn on the afterburners, and that's what Redshift really did. They made some nice adjustments. They made some good points when they needed to. They broke down the offense of Instinct when they needed to, and they managed to hold him off. 3 points on the round that's not the biggest of margins, but it's all all you need. You only need 2 technically, but we have a round 3, and that's a lot of fun. Let's do it.
We do have a round 3, which, I mean, you can't ask for anything more than that, except for maybe OT, but I'm not feeling that greedy today.
Cookies.
We'll see.
Can ask for cookies.
Oh my goodness.
Everybody misses the disc.
I mean, hey, you know what? It happens, but first headbutt will go to the side of Instinct, but it's intercepted here by Pub for the side of Redshift, who gets this high clear. This is looking good, bouncing off the nest. Where are the stacks? It's Oculusator home first, trying to slap this one away, but it's read by Steel Skydiver. Steel looking for the lane, and oh my goodness, Saluna gets the double stun to open it up for Steel. They're celebrating together and everything. What good work there from Redshift. Good communication, and they certainly earned those 3 points.
Yeah, take a look at that replay. I think I cut right to it as Saluna nailed the 2 right in front of it, and the disc goes sailing between the 2 of them as Redshift takes that 3-point first lead of the round. Oculusator posts up at the tunnel and manages to back it back out to the reset, and that one moves back to XA. Now XA moving forward, and that is Instinct on the attack. So we see up high, he's got a pass and a pass down low, makes the low pass, little dip and dodge, and it is just bothered enough by Steel Skydiver that it does wind up going free of the disc, and of the goal, and not in. So we see a free disc right now, and Caesar claiming that one, pushing it forward. Hopefully his team is there to get it, but nope, not this time. It is the defense, Meatballer in this case, sending it all the way in, maybe getting a happy bounce there, but not quite. Blue team's back. Saluna picking that one up and tossing it through. Not getting a very good bounce, but the team is there to keep it under control. Comes back again. Pub working the back line this time. Working a little bit of an angle there. He's got a tilt to him. And passes it down low to Caesar. Caesar looking at some defense, stunning him out there, and XA clearing the disc back to the other side.
Oh, good clear here from Instinct, picked up by Meatballer, and that will sail in from 21 meters out to tie up this game at 3. So great work there from the side of Instinct, getting that clear, and Meatballer getting to it very quickly before the lane closed, and you know what? The rest is history. So now we are tied up here, 3 apiece, 2 minutes into this round, and Redshift is going to come out for their first joust advantage of the round. It will be Steel Skydiver, sending it to Caesar. Caesar at the entrance of the tunnel gets his pocket picked by Oculusator. Ock up to Meatballer. Steel trying to cover this lane, but it's going to be a 1-on-1, and Meatballer gets it done. That's another 2 points for Instinct.
Beautiful execution by Instinct as they took that turnover in the tunnel and just worked it into their advantage. 1-on-1 there, it's hard as a goalie. You never know. You got so much space to cover, as well as the front and the back of the goal. This time, Meatballer chooses to bounce it off the back wall. That is now Redshift's disc. They're down by 2. They need to score some points to stay in this and keep themselves competitive in this round. It is a pass forward by Instinct, but then picked off by Steel Skydiver. Steel moving it through, gets a pass over to Pub. Pub getting a long throw forward, but nobody home to pick it up. So I think he was hoping that his stack would get there, but they were not in position. As now Instinct rolling back in. Meatballer passing it back, has the reset in Cruisin'. Cruisin' moving it all the way forward, cross up to the top right, and gets that pass up. A little dippy doodle dodge, and it is points. Oculusator doing those Oculusator things inside the bubble, finishing that one off with a little 4 meter per second dunka.
If Instinct scores one more time, I think Redshift needs to take that timeout. They've got to figure it out. This is round 3, do or die. They need some points. They cannot let Instinct go on a run the same way they did in round 1. But we'll see. Steel sends this one to Caesar, and Caesar looks to send it right on back, but oh no, this is not looking good off the backboard. At least it will not. Oh my goodness.
What was that?
You know what? It happens. It happens. It happens.
Yep, it does.
Put it off the bottom of the shield, but it's cool. As Pub sends this one through, the stack is broken for Redshift, but Steel Skydiver will be there first regardless. Steel moving off the popcorn, now to the Pac-Man, sends this one across to Saluna, and it will connect off of a bounce, but Meatballer is right on her toes to steal this one away. It's Meatball, but she gets back to it to get the steal again, steals it away from him, and sends this one back to Caesar on the back line. Caesar moving this one to the double diamonds, trying to get rid of this pressure from Oculusator, sends it up high, connects with Pub. Pub on the ceiling will work his way into the bubble, driving down, but Oculusator is right there to stun him out and force the turnover. Caesar there first to steal, then steal to cruise in. What a save, but they're not out of the woods yet. Redshift setting up once again. It's Caesar with it, backing this one out under some pressure from XA, sends it across over to Steel Skydiver. Steel now looking for Pub off the post. Pub gets the duck, but also gets his pocket picked by a Meatballer, and Meatballer sends this one to the mid where it's picked up by XA and finally cleared through.
Yeah, Pub making that heroic grab on the offense, but just not able to finish it up. Defense is there, though, for Redshift, and Redshift moves it back through. Saluna handling it now on the upper left corner, and she's got a pass across. That was Pub. Caesar is next up. He's going up the ceiling, but not quite there, and before he unloads it, and they just reset. Don't like what they see. Steel Skydiver pushing it back again. Saluna to take the shot, actually. And wow, that was picked up nicely by Cruising on the fly. The stacks are on, and it is a race, and it is back in the hands of Meatballer, who sets that one into the goal before the defense can slow him down, and is now 9 points to 3 on the side of Instinct. There is the pause from Redshift. Thank you for the hydrate, Blackhawk.
Yeah, thank you for that. No, I'm out of water. It's fine. It happens.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was the very needed timeout. I mean, that had a goal time of 1 minute and 57 seconds. So yes, Redshift slowed down Instinct there, but they really cannot afford to give up more points here. They are already down by 6. I mean, okay, we still got plenty of time on the clock. Just barely under half of the round to go, but a 6-point lead on a team like this is a dangerous situation to be in. You do not want to end up in the situation where you're up against the clock. So good to have this time out here, evaluate your team's performance, figure out what you've got to do with these remaining 4 minutes to secure the round.
Yeah, I mean, again, I always love to see what a team, especially the team that times out, what they're doing during that timeout. I mean, granted, we can't listen to the comms, but just in their physical, bodies, what are they doing? Do you see them out of headset? Do you see them, bouncing around with frenetic energy? Are they, doing boosting in the arena? Currently, nobody's in the arena. Everybody's sitting in the locker rooms, and it's kind of calm over here. So perhaps there's just some strategy talk happening. And, and just a little reminders that they're not out of this, that they can rally, that they can pick this one back up, and they can finish this and make it into a dub. And, this is the time of the season, and this is the kind of season where a win or a loss like this could amount to quite a bit down the road. Because honestly, there's no definitive storyline this year. There's no undefeated, Joker for every game, mercying half of them or more than half of them. This is going to be one of those super competitive seasons where every game is going to matter and a lot of weird stuff's going to happen. And this might be one of those nights.
Yeah, I've said it before, talking about ladder games, but it applies here too, even on the master side. The fight for the Challenger Cup starts in the first week. Every game matters. For those bottom master teams that are sent down to the Challenger Cup, it's always down to like one game, one win that separates that third from that second team. And on the side of the ladder too, it applies there too. It comes down to the final games, and so if you set yourself up early with some wins, build that cushion as you get to the end of the cycle. That is always good to do, and that is what both of these teams are looking to do here tonight.
Newt's chiming in with some great analysis out over there in the chat. So pay attention to him if you care. Care to. Sorry, care to.
Sure.
He's my kid. I can abuse him. I'm sure he'll be down here in any moment now with things to say.
I mean, if this timeout keeps going on, I'm down for a guest analysis here.
There he goes.
Come on, Newt. What's Redshift doing wrong? What do they got to go fix?
Yeah, Newt, tell us how are they gonna fix it, bro? Come on, come get on the mic and tell me. you have an open door. There's no door in my casting area. He's like, okay, here I come. Bro, he got roasted by your dad. Yeah.
He's on his way. Oh, I love it. I just hope they don't unpause before he gets there. But yeah, you know what? Newt, being a member of Redshift, I am genuinely interested in what kind of insight he could provide. Maybe what's going on with those conversations. Or this could be a disaster. I don't know, but I'm excited.
Uh-oh, he has arrived. Yes.
You want to know what they're doing wrong? I can tell you.
Okay, what are they doing wrong? Tell us.
They are shooting on closed goals. They are making bad passing decisions whenever they don't have those options that they're passing towards. They also just don't have very good positioning right now. They keep moving into 1v4s on the bubble whenever there's a lot of people in goal with a lot of hands to stop the shots. And yeah, they need to stop doing that and think more and pass more on the bubble because they are getting kind of clapped, actually.
Well, I mean, we can be tongue in cheek all we want, but honestly, there's a lot of reality in what you just said. Psycho was actually agreeing with you. I know you couldn't hear her, but she was like, "Yes, don't do the 1v4. That's not a wise thing. Positioning is definitely something that all of us can work on. But when you get in the heat of the moment, and sometimes those are the things that fall off, and reclaiming those things for yourself is going to be what it's going to take for Redshift to actually come out ahead on this one. Or, if they don't figure out a couple of things out here, they just may have to pack it up and go home. They have 4 minutes and 20 seconds to figure it out in this game, round 3, round 1 going to Instinct, round 2 going to Redshift. This is what we come here for, though. Round 3, and watching it kind of unfold in front of us. Magic.
Yep. I don't want to casters curse it, but I think what a lot of Redshift's problems came down to was the rushing and the panic and making the bad decisions, just as Newt said, pushing bad things on the bubble, not utilizing the reset. So I'm hoping this timeout has given them a little bit of mental clarity to go into this, the remainder of this round, and they know how to treat it right. But here they come. One way or another, this round will come to a close in 4 minutes. It's going to be Steel to Saluna. Saluna sending this one through to Pub. Pub, no open lane, so he'll send this one across over to Caesar. Caesar stopping at the Ghost, looking for some options on the post now, under all of the pressure. Looks to get this one crossed over to Saluna, but Cruisin reads it and sends it up to XA, who is fighting under some pressure from Pub to send this one up to Cruisin once again. Caesar gets the steal and backs this one out, but there's nobody in the tunnel. This is dangerous. It looks like it's going to be Saluna there first. As the stun comes through on Oculasator to buy her a little bit of time, she'll send this one over to Steel Skydiver. Steel sending this one through, up to Caesar now. Caesar backs this one up. There we go. See, utilizing those resets and not pushing into bad numbers is good. Now up high to Saluna once again. Saluna under some pressure from Meatballer sends it back to Steel Skydiver. Steel sends it to Pub. Pub looking for one more cut, but oh no, Saluna is stunned out, but it will be recovered and sent back to Steel. Steel looking for Pub once again, but Cruisin with these reads on these cuts will keep it out of the goal, and XA will feed this one into the Redshift bubble, where it's picked up here by Meatballer. Meatballer looking for something, looking for anything. The double steal, and it will go in the end. Another 2 points for Instinct.
Right. To his credit, I think Meatballer might have been playing goalie for the blue team there. I do believe he took that one away and then was looking for what to do with it down here, as we see on the replay. And manages to get it almost shot back out by the goalie as well. But despite all the analysis for Redshift, what we do have to say is Instinct is putting the hurt where it needs to be put, and they're playing a beautifully executed game and giving Redshift all kinds of fits trying to score some points. They've held them to 3 points in this round, and right now they're holding them pretty well out of the bubble. Every time they get near the bubble, just like that, they get sent right back out. So they have to reset, look for it again. Here it is, Pub now taking it down low, looking across, doesn't have a pass just yet, finds with pass, the backboard, the goal finally opens up, and Redshift puts some points on the board. So that the pause does kind of pay off after one, but they need to keep marching. They need to get the momentum going because 2 minutes left on the clock.
Yeah, I mean, that is the issue, right? Where we can tell them to use more resets, but the problem is those resets are not going to be as effective when you are down. A team like Instinct is going to be very aware of clock meta, that they do not need to push, that reset option to force one out of the bubble. And so even if you do, get those resets off and want to slow it down, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're opening more lanes for yourselves. But we'll see, as here comes a Redshift. Steel Skydiver gets this one stolen away, sent up to Pub. Pub feeding this one into the bubble. They've got to stack together here for Redshift. It's Caesar, but Caesar gets shut down by XA, but it is not out yet. Intercepted by Pub on the back line. Pub sending this one into Steel Skydiver. One more cut to Caesar, and this time he will not be denied. He will get that one in for the 2 and gets Redshift to within 4, and not much time left at all.
Yeah, Snipe Dash calling it. They need a 3 and they didn't get it. So this is unfortunate that they're going to have to try to do 4 points in less than a minute. So It's going to be a real challenge here as you see Instinct rolling out. That's Meatballer throwing it forward. He does get it picked off. Caesar with the disc, sending it down the near side. It's going all the way into the bubble. There is a player in the zone. It's Steel Skydiver. He's under heavy pressure. Gets the block off. Gets the disc. Needs the 3. Needs something right here. Actually, 3 doesn't matter. 2 doesn't matter. 2, some points. Needs points. Period. End of story. That is Oculusator dancing on the floor. 20 seconds left. And really, possession here is all that Instinct needs to finish this game. Just dancing around the floor. XA does pick it up, and they put it in. So 13 seconds, but that is not going to be enough. Time is done, and the clock winds out. Instinct in 3.
Man, 2 of these games we casted tonight, the clock ended up being the biggest enemy of them all. Redshift almost, having an incredible comeback, but gets cut short by the clock, and it'll be Instinct taking this one in 3 rounds. Prevents the reverse sweep, but they've earned it. I mean, the great work here by both teams. Redshift just a little too late, but Instinct played well the entire time and just barely managed to hang on.
Absolutely. It's, whoa, we lost all our stats. That's unfortunate. That's Newton Dad worked hard on that. That guy, he's fired. It's a good thing Newton Dash is here. Anywho, really, fun game tonight, and really, if you look at it, these are still new teams. Honestly, we don't really have any good reads on Season 6 as far as the Master Tier itself in its entirety. The story will continue to unfold, and the story, will continue to be interesting because this will be a very atypical season. So this has been, I'm the most excited about this season than I've been about any season that I've watched. And I've watched them all. I've watched all the way back to back to Season 1. I didn't see preseason, so on VRML. But yeah, I'm super stoked about it. How'd you feel about tonight's matches, Sai?
Felt good. I was pleasantly surprised in every single match. I haven't heard of Battery before, but they came to fight with the Echoholics, which was awesome to see.
Yep.
Flare, a new team this season, didn't know what to expect out of them, but they, basically went toe to toe with every key. And now coming into this match, I mean, Instinct is a former champion team. Granted, they have had roster changes, but for them to go to round 3 with Redshift, who was one of the last teams to secure their spot in the Master Qualifier. Right. That says something. I think you hit the nail on the head. Nothing is safe this season. Nothing is sacred. Anything can happen, and I'm so here for it.
Yeah, I am too. And, honestly, now that LAN's over and we have all our people back in their places, you're going to see lots and lots and lots of more matches coming through. We had Offbeat on this afternoon. He was casting some of the one of the EU games. So, we'll continue to ramp up here in Season 6 and give you guys what we have to offer here, which is our love for the game to show you, and so you guys can love the game as much as we do if you don't already. Probably do, though. Because you're here already. At any rate, that does it for all the matches tonight. So you got anything else to send us off on? This is a pretty normal week as far as matches go, as far as casting goes. I don't think we have anything special, so to speak, going on just yet. So, just bear in mind that the ranks on these teams, especially on the ones that are not Master Tier, are going to start forming up here pretty soon. So you'll see actual ranks and stars representing proper placement in the ladders and such. So those things start really becoming something at the end of week 2, beginning of week 3. But other than that, we have a season here, and we're all here for it.
We are totally here for it. And honestly, the only thing I got is just to get your matches scheduled, man. Somebody in chat mentioned let's do one more match, so I started looking through the matches, and I'm seeing a lot of matches unscheduled, and that makes my life harder on Mondays. Get them scheduled, get them played. I want to cast them.
Right.
That's it. That's all I got.
Right, and we are happy to cast matches. I saw a cast my match come through earlier, and I'll pick that one up and make sure that we take care of that. That's one of those situations where you spend your 15,000 channel points, and you guarantee that you'll get yourself casted in the next couple of weeks. If you can specify a game via DM to one of us, especially if I'm going to put it in place, so send it to me and tell me which one you want to have casted. I don't remember who redeemed it. I'll have to look back on that. But we can try to work that in if we have people available and if there are hands possible. If there's not, we try to keep them in the next 2 weeks, though. We will get you back on the screen. If you can't do it that way, then get the hype votes out there, and get your friends to vote for your matches, because we do pick the matches that have the most hype. Absolutely, the Echoholics was one of those tonight, as was, I believe, the Flare match. So, and we do, of course, have a little bit of preference, a little bit of priority to the Master Tier teams, because we want to get these in here for you. But I think that's going to wrap it for us. I have been Newton Dash, and my friend here is Psychaotic, and we're the casters, and I was a cam guy too, so I'll take a double bow this time. There's my both bows. And, thanks so much for joining us tonight, and we look forward to seeing you in the next one. So have a good night.
VRML Echo Arena is brought to you by HyperX, Asterion Products, Border Foods, VR Cover, ProTube VR, Rebuff Reality, and VRware.net.